Hello, everybody. It is March the 8th, 2020, Sunday, pay-per-viewing Sunday, here in the Wrestleview channel on the YouTubes of the things. Hello, everybody. This is Wrestleview Weekly. I am Doug Lackey, veteran columnist of Wrestleview.com and co-host of Wrestleview Live alongside the effervescent editor-in-chief of Wrestleview.com, Mike Tedesco, who he's alongside with me tonight, following the, what should we call, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view that is coming up tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. The Giant Boggle, I think is the best way to put it, or a giant game of trouble is what it is. I don't know, the Pop-O-Matic. It looks like, the Elimination Chamber looks like the Pop-O-Matic, you know, from the old Pressman board games, is what I think it looks like. But yes, this is Wrestleview Weekly, and we are pre-gaming on the pre-show to the Elimination Chamber pre-show. That's coming up later tonight. Oh, gosh. If you're in the chat room now, you say, wee! If you're not in the chat room, there's not a damn thing I can do about that. I see Mashoon. I see CJ. I see Lewis. Me, not Lewis, Sweet Hunk Lewis, not Sweet Lou. You are Lewis. We'll just go ahead and put it that way. Doing sound for, CJ's doing sound for Police Academy. I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm too white for my own good. Gills is not watching the pre-show, but he's here for the pre-show of the pre-show. Well, thank you, Gills. Whee! Yes. So, it's amazing how last week we did the predictions for the Elimination Chamber paper. Oh, Police Academy, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I got you now, CJ. Okay. So, last week, I did do the sound. I was the music editor for Police Academy. Damn. Yeah, that was in reference to your Facebook post, CJ. Yes, I do remember now. Here's another thing about my name. Okay, no, I did not do that stuff, but I could be considered a prodigy. I also did the music editing for the American version, or I think it's the when they take something from Japan and bring it to America. Oh, not subsidized or standardized, Americanized, bastardized, or something like that. But Doug Lackey was also the music sound editor for the old Mazinger anime that was brought to America in the early 80s. Seriously. Yeah, I think it was 1984, 1983, the old Mazinger anime. Yes, there was a Doug Lackey who was the sound editor for that program as well. Yeah, the Mazinger dub. Yeah. So my tendrils reach far and wide. Let's go ahead and put it that way. Gosh, I got sidetracked a little bit because CJ just made me go on a time warp right there. So last week we did the Elimination Chamber predictions. The show coming up tonight. There were only 3 matches on the card. And so we did basically 3 lock picks for 3 matches. Well, since then, after the go-home shows of Raw and SmackDown, that card has now doubled to 7 matches, and so I figure we'll just update our locks and our predictions to make it more current for this show, for the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. We will predict 7 matches on the pay-per-view, and do I don't know. Do we still want to do 3 locks or maybe pump it to 4? I may pump it to 4 locks because I'm very, very confident in this show. CJ saying, "Oh shit, that was Thunderbirds." Yeah, Thunderbirds. Yep, I was the editor for that too. Lewis asking if I'm going to do a watch along. I don't know. I might do a watch along. I have a lot more fun doing NXT watch alongs because you guys get to see me, kind of be angry about all the finisher kickouts and stuff. There aren't going to be a whole lot of finisher kickouts with this because this is a regular WWE show. C-level pay-per-view, as I think we want to call this, a C show, not even a B. But I think we're going to do 4 locks for these 7 matches that are on the Elimination Chamber card. Yeah, Gills, I'm not saying fuck this match. Yeah, well, no, I will say fuck this match because there are a lot of matches on here we just don't care about. This is just so... This reeks of mediocrity is what this pay-per-view does. And honestly, the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view used to be what I would call the grand reset button. Just because, you try to build for WrestleMania and you don't like how stuff is going, so you press the reset button, put everyone in the giant boggle, and make yourself a quick title match for a 5-week build going into WrestleMania. So... no, I don't think that's going to be the case this time around. CJ bringing me up for that moment when Adam and I were watching TakeOver last year. You son of a whore. Yeah. I had to take a shot at tequila from the Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole ridiculousness that was that match. So, yeah, that's what's going on. I'm going to be going over NXT and SmackDown from last week, mainly because of milk carton implications. So many people have been appearing on these television shows to just get off the milk carton, which basically, once again, proves that the WWE milk carton segment is really the only thing the WWE pays attention to that I've probably ever done. And I know that's kind of, that's really braggadocious and arrogant of me to say, but they keep track of it too. So what better way than I keep track of it, and then you guys keep track of it with me, and then we go, hey, off the milk carton. So there you go. That's what we do. Sources. Michoud brought it up in the chat room. What are the sources today? Okay, so from inside the Growler of Courage that we picked up, yesterday when we went grocery shopping. Gil's saying off the milk carton almost as good as my Billy Kay. Well, thank you. I didn't even think my Billy Kay impression was really that good, to tell you the truth. Lewis, the WWE fears Doug. No, they don't fear me. They keep track of me. We'll go ahead and put it that way. All right. CJ saying Extreme Rules will be a reset button. Yeah. Extreme Rules can be a reset button also. Okay, so from inside the Growler of Courage, we go from the sifter of, what did we call the sifter? Because I have the Stein of Redemption, the Chalice of Truth, Growler of Courage, the sifter of, you guys think about it. I got to take a sip of this and I'll let you know what's inside it. From inside the sifter of ambivalence? No. From the sifter of sensibility? Sifter of satisfaction? Okay, yeah, CJ, I can go with satisfaction. Sifter of satisfaction. We got to be alliterative. From the sifter of satisfaction is one that are a batch of sources that I've had before, and I think I've had on here before. It is from Edmund's Oast Brewery out of Charleston, South Carolina. Edmund's Oast. This is their sour Concord grape, is what this is. I'm reading from their website right now to describe you the sources that we've got. Our series of fruited American sour ales come from a love of fresh fruit flavors combined with mouth-watering acidity. We take the same golden sour base beer and re-ferment it with different fruit combinations. Concord grapes provide a depth and complexity all their own, like the finest jar of preserves from a well-stocked cupboard. Explosive fruit notes erupt from the glass, and one is left with a quenched thirst, yet thirsty for more. Thirsty. The grape is a little sharp. But they're right on the acidity. Just a perfect blend of acidity for the sour. I love sour beers. I love stouts in the seasons, the cold seasons. But sours on a day like today, where it's a good high 50s, low 60s, beautiful sunny day, and I'm day drinking early. Yeah, we do the sours. Grash in the chat room goes, wee! Can Meltzer's ratings of AEW be taken seriously when he worked for the company? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Lewis saying, I'm thirsty for more Orange Cassidy. So am I, my fine young friend. Gosh, Orange Cassidy. He's the only thing that has me pay attention to AEW. Seriously, he's the only reason I would watch that. So yeah, we drink from Sifter of Satisfaction. Nice little light, sour Concord grape. The ABV on it is a modest 6.5. We're going light because we're doing day drinking very, very early. Jamel in the chat room goes, wee! Okay, Also, I'm just kind of diverging a little bit. Grash said he gave the Young Bucks match 6 stars. Ugh, I don't do ratings. I don't rate matches. I think the only ratings I really do is, man, that was a good match, or fuck this match. I think that's all I really do. For the past few days, I'm sure you guys are like me, and I know I am, that you get lost in YouTube safaris. And I've been getting lost in YouTube safaris the past few days, trying to find new music to listen to. And stumbled upon, I have gotten hooked on watching concert footage from open air festivals out of Europe. You know, stuff like Rockaplast, Wacken Open Air, Bloodfest, and I'm talking heavy metal, hard rock open air festivals. And I have gotten hooked onto this band that has been around for a long time. I can't believe I've never heard of them. Gojira. I've heard of them, but I've never really listened to their stuff. They're a metal band out of France. All of their songs, their lyrics and everything are about the planet, but not the destruction of the planet, like, you know, how metal usually is. But it's more about, you know, the planet turning on humanity or becoming rejuvenated by its own right and expelling humanity. I stumbled upon Gojira's 2018 performance from the Poland Rock Festival, which is an open-air festival. I don't know where in Poland, but for one, the festival is free to attend. Free to attend. And so I'm watching this video. The sound production is fantastic, and that's why I got latched onto this band. They are fantastic live. And so now I'm looking to see that we have the Epicenter Music Festival coming to Charlotte Motor Speedway on the very first weekend of May. And they are one of the headliners for the final day of the festival, alongside Metallica, Deftones, Rancid, Dropkick Murphys. Guess I know where I'm going to be on that Sunday. But I've got to do this show. I got to see what we're going to do about that. I may go to it, I may not. I don't know. Depends on how much it is, you know. But thought I'd just stray away a little bit and tell you, everyone, what my viewing tendencies have been for the past few days. Yes, I know we need to talk about the NWA Power binge that I went on a while back. I've got to watch the new episode, and there's going to be another one this week. So we're going to talk about 8 episodes of NWA Power. And if you haven't been watching it, there's something wrong. Well, no, there's nothing wrong with you. You're probably just too angry at the wrestling that you're watching on network television, you know. So you're better, you know, just to refresh your palate and to make you like professional wrestling, I highly recommend watching NWA Power anytime that you can. Okay? So, just going to put it that way. Okay, on to the show. Wow, this is the first show in a long time I'm not having to do any tequila. Thank God. I want it to stay that way. Oh, by the way, always remember, if I'm not doing any tequila, just because I successfully pick all of my locks for this pay-per-view, that doesn't necessarily mean that next week is a sober show. We're either doing tequila, or we're dipping into the scotch to celebrate. So that's what we're going to do. Anyway, on to the show. And Monday we know Doug will be in isolation. Yes, I will, Grash. I'll be in isolation. On to the show. NXT. I don't know really how to describe this. Grash asking, man, you guys are really, I don't mind divulging here. Grash asking, is there a good jump-in point to power if you're starting? I think probably the best jumping in point might be episode 15. Probably episode 15 would be a good starting point because that is following their Hard Times pay-per-view. I got back into it at episode 13. That's a good starting point. But I will bring you guys up to speed on what you'd be able to anticipate if you were to just jump right into NWA Power with the recent episodes that they're doing. Let you know who the champions are, what the programs are that are going on, stuff like that. So, yes, Mashun, my liver, is lucky this week. Well, I don't know because we're pre-gaming for this show coming up tonight, and then we're going to be doing some more drinking probably during the post-show, so I don't know. I don't know how good my liver's going to be. We just got to take a breather somewhat. And I'm still debating if we're going to do a watch-along. We might do a watch-along. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. See how you guys feel. I don't know. NXT. Stuff happening. And we kind of... Why was Velveteen Dream doing the things that he was doing? It's not Falcon Kick, it's Falcon Punch. I wanted to yell Falcon Kick with this scene here, but no. This is what we got. Nope. NXT, we had 2 steel cage matches going on the NXT last Wednesday. It's a marathon day for the kidney instead of a sprint. Yeah, this is a marathon. This is going to be a marathon day. All right. 2 steel cage matches going on the NXT. Let's start it off with Tegan Nox versus Dakota Kai with Raquel Gonzalez not appearing in the match until later on in it. Fortune 4 saying, you've got predictions? Well, those predictions are nice. I will give my predictions later on in the show. And the thing is, the difference between you and I is that I will be wagering things with my predictions. So you want to hang tight. Hang tight and hear how stupid my predictions are going to be. Dakota Kai versus Tegan Nox inside the steel cage to hopefully get some kind of resolution in this darn feud. NXT TakeOver Portland. Tegan Nox, Dakota Kai had a no DQ street fight type match. To me, was the match of the night. That was so much fun. Right out of the gate was fun as hell. Way better than Keith Lee versus Double D for the North American title. But, yeah, we got things, feet and faces, stuff happening. I don't, I get it how they try to push Tegan Nox being a big fan of Kane. But is the choke slam the best move you can give her? I mean, Kane climbed up to the top rope and did a diving clothesline. I mean, you could do that spot, but everyone remembers Kane for doing a choke slam. I don't know. It just doesn't fly with me. But they're going to keep it in her moveset. And they're going to keep on reminding us that she likes Kane. Yeah. Hold that? You want me to hold that? Well, no, okay. I'll hold that. But then Tegan climbing up to the top to do the crossbody from the top. It's kind of what she did. Jamel saying Kane also did drop kicks. Yeah, he would occasionally do drop kicks way back in the day. CJ, they took her left, right name? I think so. I think they did. But, yeah. Lady Kane. That's what they're calling her, Lady Kane. Sure. I'd call her Kanette. How about Kanette? Kanet, Kania, Kanifer, Kangan. No, Kangan. No, we can't do Kangan. Kanet. Kanet is what we're going to do. So, yeah, Raquel Gonzalez is hanging out at ringside. You saw after this really lackluster choke slam or choke fling, whatever you want to call it. Kanifer. I like Kanifer. Yeah, Kanifer's good. Tegan would try to escape the cage, but Raquel would pin her in the door, allowing Dakota Kai to exit and win said match. And then they beat and yeah, there you go. Should add some red in her wardrobe. Yes, Jamel, I think Tegan Nox needs to wear a mask as well. Right? I mean, if we're gonna ride this Lady Kane thing, Dave Barry with Candy Kane. Yes, Candy Kane. Yes. Yes. There we go. There it is. Candy Kane. Got to be with 2 Ks is what it's got to be. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Dakota Kai wins the match. Hopefully puts an end to this thing. Fonz Balor, we got video of him. Blah, 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 saying words. Sugar cane? Maybe, Jamel. Maybe. Sugar cane? Maybe. Tegan Nox in a mask is fine with me, says Machoon. Yeah, here we go. Shout-outs to Rumble Roses. Yeah. Oh, boy. Don't get me started on that game, CJ. Oh, boy. That's right. Candy Cane was a character in... Oh, God. What a horrible game. What a horrible game. Video package of Rhea Whipley walking around an empty football stadium because that's where she's going to be in WrestleMania. Shotzi Blackheart versus Chelsea Green with Robert Stone in tow. This is apparently a qualifying match for a women's ladder match that will determine the number 1 contender for the NXT Women's Champion, and this ladder match is going to be at NXT TakeOver Tampa Bay. Or we should call NXT TakeOver Titus's Kingdom, is what it'll be. I think Chelsea Green wins this by doing the unprettier correctly this time around. She tried doing the unprettier against Kaden Carter last week on NXT, but had Kaden Carter flipped to where her back was facing the mat. Yeah, didn't really go so well. Anti-Villain, hi there. Everyone else will fill you in on how you're supposed to introduce yourself in the chat room. That's okay. You're a first-timer. It's all good. Yeah. Christian never jumped with his, though. Well, yeah, that's because you got to have the timing down right with the other person. So if you're leaping, you kind of do that stoop down, and then everyone knows when to follow you. God, that's horrible. Quentin in the chat room goes, wee! Okay. Firestorm. Okay, it's Anti-Villain Firestorm is what your name is. Shotzi going down to Chelsea Green for that. Chelsea Green is now qualified for this ladder match that's going on over at NXT TakeOver Titus's Kingdom. All right, Keith Lee is in the ring because apparently when you become a big thing in the WWE, and when I mean a big thing is like, you're riding. What's up? There's nothing wrong with saying what's up, Anti-Villain. I didn't curse you. Why are... Cheers. Chill. It's okay. It's okay. Keith Lee, when you're a big thing in the WWE, like a Stone Cold or The Rock or, Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, name any other guy, I'll even use Johnny Moxley and AEW as a reference point to this too. When you are a big thing, you don't need to perform. You don't need to do a whole lot of stuff in the ring because you've already become a big thing. So, yeah. So Keith Lee is talking. He's talking about Double D and Damian Priest and stuff like that and how everyone wants to have a piece of him. And out comes Cameron Grimes, who everyone's just laying into. They're chanting, "No one likes you," while he's trying to say something. I don't know how many times during this Cameron Grimes kept saying, "Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. I got something to say. I got something to say." Cameron Grimes has a lot of some things, but one of the things that he doesn't have is that he's horrible. His voice is horrible. He's got a horrible voice, and that's great for a heel. It is fantastic as a heel. So he's in there. Keith Lee just shoves him out of the ring. Cameron Grimes got some very good heat. We didn't get enough of the frames of Keith Lee shoving him. But still, that's what we get. Next week, we're going to get Cameron Grimes versus Keith Lee for the North American title on NXT. That's going to be squasherific, possibly. We'll see. We'll see. Footage outside of Austin Theory saying he's really fantastic. Swerve Scott cuts him off and says, no, you're not fantastic. They're going to have a match. Inside the locker room of Undisputed Era, where they always have their flag behind them, and they always seem to be training for something. We don't know what it is, but apparently O'Reilly and Fish have got a match against Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan, because Burch and Lorcan have been brought back to the States to pump tag teams up in NXT. They did it with Riddle and Dunn after they won the NXT tag titles, and now they're doing it this time around with O'Reilly and Fish. Burch and Lorcan also did this with the Grizzled Young Veterans. So Burch and Lorcan have been brought to the States to help bolster tag teams in the NXT. Anti-Villain Firestorm asking me how I feel about the Taynara gimmick. I don't know. I haven't seen it on TV. The gimmick of her saying that she's angry, she wants to be released or something like that? Well, I don't know. I don't know what to really think of it until I see it. I'm not going to actively search it out. I'm lazy like that. I'm a casual fan like that. We'll go ahead and put it that way. I'm a very casual fan, okay? But I'm knowledgeable enough to know what the heck is going on here, okay? But I know a lot of people know more than I do, and that's okay. It's all good. We're all here to enjoy men in stretchy pants leaping off of stairs and delivering neck breakers and blockbusters and stuff like that. Your winners of the tag match would be O'Reilly and Fish. Riddle and Dunn would come out to say words, but they would get blindsided by the Grizzled Young Veterans, where I think Zach Gibson, the one with the microphone here, is the only one that talks. James Drake is not allowed to talk for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't get it. Swerve Scott versus Austin Theory. Little critters doing little critter things. What kind of little critter things are you doing here? What? Let me see. Well, that's an interesting little twerk on the shoulder. That's an interesting move by Swerve. That looks really painful, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Men in spandex, says Quinn. Grizzled Young Veterans. Jamel likes him. But it's only Zach Gibson talking. James Drake doesn't really say anything. Austin Theory would come out winning this match against Swerve Scott. Here are your promos, your little vignettes for Killer Kross, who's going to be appearing soon. I don't know how long they're going to have this go. We've got 5 weeks to go until NXT TakeOver Titus's Kingdom. So I'm not sure if Killer Kross is going to... He'll probably debut at TakeOver, is what I'm guessing. He's going to debut at TakeOver. Probably debut when someone like Cameron Grimes is in the ring saying words and everyone's booing him. It's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen here. I'm very curious. I love apocalyptic performers with religious overtones. I love that kind of stuff. I loved Papa Shango and Mordecai and characters like that, you know. So this one I'm really, 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 really fascinated with. Johnny Gargano doing an interview with Morrow. He has angry words. He looks angry, but he's got a very skinny face. His face is weird, and he's got a big receding hairline going on here. Jamel going, I think he'll debut either at TakeOver or afterwards, act as a replacement person switching from NXT to Raw or SmackDown. Yeah, he'll be a replacement for someone who would be going to Raw or SmackDown. Absolutely. Steel cage match, Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong. Oh, yeah, by the way, next week we're going to have the rematch for the tag titles of Riddle and Dunn versus O'Reilly and Fish, who, by the way, Fish, we just found out is 43 years old, something like that. Yeah. Relationship goals. Marina Shafir, wife of Roderick Strong, coming out to send a bamboo stick, a kendo stick, into the cage for her hubby, Roddy Strong, to use against that jerk Velveteen Dream. Marina Shafir, what's she doing there? Marina Shafir, off the milk carton. That's right. We haven't seen her since November. Haven't seen her on TV since November. I think it's because she had Bebe. Is what it was, or something like that. I'm not sure. Or she was sick, or she had an injury of some kind. I don't know. But Marina Shafir, off the milk carton, sending a stick to Roderick Strong's way. Boston Crabs aplenty. But your winner, by escape, would be Roderick Strong. When Undisputed Era would infiltrate the cage, only Adam Cole would infiltrate the cage. Roddy Strong would be climbing up there. Velveteen Dream would push him I think he pushed him out of the cage or something and allowed it to where Roddy Strong would exit the cage and he would win the match. But then Velveteen Dream would take handcuffs, lock the cage door closed, so it's just him and Adam Cole inside, where he would then beat up Adam Cole, and we get this shot of him holding the title. Jamel, we are shaving that hair off of Gargano? Garlic knot? We could be. Mashoon saying a hair versus beard match between Gargano and Tomato Chomper? Absolutely. I got no problem with that. But this is why Velveteen Dream was being so personal with Roddy Strong, so he could get all of Undisputed Era in there. This was his plan all along, was to go after Adam Cole. It's kind of a little far-fetched, isn't it? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, CJ, was Velveteen Dream healing it up so he could get to Cole? Yeah, that's why. That's why he did the things that he do, so that he could get everyone riled up to come to Strong's aid, and then he could beat up Cole. This planning for this to lead up to Velveteen Dream and Adam Cole took 6 months. 6 months. First Undisputed Era taking out Velveteen Dream when it came to him potentially having a match with Roddy Strong for the North American title. Then Velveteen Dream being on the shelf with a impact injury to his back. He would be out for 5 months. He returns, and for a month does this build up to where we are right now, where in between it's Velveteen Dream going after Roddy's family and stuff. It made no sense. Made no sense. It made no sense. We really did not need that. You know? But, hey, it's their writing. I mean, I just go ahead and comment on it. That's all we really do. What did everyone think of the show? 86% gave NXT a thumbs up, which is par for the course because NXT always gets a positive rating because nobody watches NXT. Which show was victorious in Wednesday? The AE dubbed by 4 points. Oh, who cares? Oh, who cares? Who cares? All right, that's enough. That's enough of this. That's enough of the NXT. This show sounds like it was trash. It kind of was, CJ. It kind of was. I don't know. There really wasn't anything to tune in for on the show, except for maybe the Killer Cross promos if you haven't seen them. And I just showed them to you. So there, I saved you some time. All right. SmackDown. CJ, 86% punts Pharaoh. Don't kick dogs. I don't care who their owners are. You don't kick doggies. Don't kick the doggo. If it's a cat, you kick a cat. Cats are horrible creatures. All right. SmackDown. An awkward moment of bliss, as always. And, oh man. So, SmackDown, we're just going to call this the Teddy Long Show. Do you all like awkward segments involving, pentagarians or septuagenarians? Do you all like tag team matches that were put together for no reason whatsoever? Well, actually, they were put for a reason, but they were put together horribly and haphazardly. Oh, well, this is the show for you. A moment of bliss. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross, who is healthy again, gotten over her sickness or flu bug or whatnot. And they are in the ring for a moment of bliss to help induct the NWO into the Hall of Fame. WWE Hall of Fame. Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Sean Waltman all staring up in the air at Braun Strowman's little weird sausage-linked fingers. Lots of weird talk happening here because during this segment, Sami Zayn, Cesaro, and Shinsuke Nakamura all came out and interrupted this segment. Gil's saying someone missed the cue for Nakamura's music. I wanted to hear Scott Hall was going to say off script. Yeah, I didn't know what. Something involving Bliss says to Nash was the one that ended Goldberg's winning streak. Her question to Nash was, "What does Roman Reigns need to do to defeat Goldberg?" Nash says he forgot that he beat Goldberg. He says he talked to Roman on the phone and told him that he needed two things, and that was Scott Hall and a cattle prod. If you're old like me, you would absolutely get that reference. I kind of chuckled. Sure. But if you don't know that match, if you've never seen that match, and if you're probably half the age of me, and at least a half the age of the guy talking, you have no idea what he's talking about. Yeah. This segment reminded me how old I am, and I hate that. I hate being reminded how old I am. I don't look it. I don't sound it. I fill out a shirt very well. I don't have a gut. I'm a svelte human being. I do not act the age that I do, and nor do I feel like the way that I am, that it says on my driver's license. But I hate it when I'm reminded how old I am. Yeah, Jamel saying, yeah, I got that reference. I understood that reference. Anti-villain, you look like you're 35. Well, thank you. I'm actually 40. Yeah. So, all right, these guys are in the ring. The three heels come out to the ring. They all make fun of each other. Braun Strowman comes out, tosses everyone out of the ring. And then, whatever. I don't care. Really don't care. Teddy Long special number 1. It's your appetizer. Naomi and Lacey Evans tagging against Bayley and Sasha Banks. This might feel familiar to you because they did the same goddamn thing last week. I love Naomi's look. I love Naomi's look. I love having either just the full fro or the afro puffs going, as pigtails. I love the colors and the outfits. I mean, love it, love it, love it. And she's fine, and she's good in the ring. Not great, but good in the ring. She's capable. As long as the people on the outside are, catching her. You hear me, Sasha? That's what you get. You grab the hair and you beat the crap out of her. Fear that fro, says Michoon. Yes, absolutely. But anyway, Bayley and Sasha Banks would win the match. There you go. Big E and Kofi Kingston would say words backstage because, oh God, one of the worst gimmick matches in all of WWE. There are gimmick matches that I can't stand. This one, I can't stand the most. Reaction on Twitter, cesspool of racist wrestling fans. Well, everywhere you can go on social media, there's racism everywhere. You just got to learn to tune it out or just block. Block and ignore. Block and ignore. I do a lot of it. Believe me. Championship scramble, darn near close, Jamel. Apollo Crews is backstage limbering up because Sheamus is in the ring waiting for Apollo Crews to show up to be his opponent. And Shorty G's offering him Apollo help against Sheamus, and Apollo just walks away. And he should have accepted it because this is just a wham bam, thank you, ma'am, and Sheamus just puts down Apollo Crews. Daniel in the chat room goes, wee! Yeah. No appearance of Shorty G or anything like that, so there you go. Drew Gulak is backstage, and to the side, coming up, asking for advice and a shot against Daniel Bryan, is Drake Maverick. I need to take a sip of the sources and say this again. Drew Gulak is backstage in the locker room and coming up, asking for his advice against Daniel Bryan and a potential match is Drake Maverick. Drake Maverick, off the milk carton. We have not seen him since December when he was draped over the knee of Elias and spanked like a small child while Dana Brooke pointed and laughed at him because he was in a stable and romantic marriage. Go figure. But finally, Drake Maverick off the milk carton. Daniel Bryan pops up after Gulak says that he's found all of his weaknesses. And Daniel Bryan goes, well, if you're so confident you can exploit my weaknesses, why don't you just get in the ring with me? They're going to have a match at this Elimination Chamber pay-per-view thingy. That's one of the matches we're going to be predicting here later on. Teddy Long special number 2. The appetizer was Evans and Naomi versus Bayley and Banks. Your side salad is going to be Carmella teaming up with Dana Brooke facing Fire and Desire. Carmella and Dana Brooke facing Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville. Dana Brooke off the milk carton. Dana Brooke has not been on television since I believe there was a fatal 4-way match to determine the number 1 contender for the SmackDown Women's title that Carmella would win and face Bayley on an episode of SmackDown. Holy crap. Okay, Dolph Ziggler would be in tow alongside Rose and Deville. So I guess this was a thing. It was a match to try to pump Rose and Deville. Deville, the ref almost got some there. He wasn't paying attention. Knee to the face. That's how you win it. Ref not really paying attention here, but actually that played really well into the match because Carmella did not see that blind side from Deville going. Great distraction from Ziggler as well on the outside. There are a lot of things that happen in this segment alone that you can see. That's just perfect wrestling storytelling. Seriously, just everything here and paying attention to everything that's happening in the confines, you see it. Ziggler doing the distraction to Carmella, the ref acting as a screen so that Deville comes in and Carmella doesn't see the blind side. Brooks trying to help out, and then Rose kneeing her in the face. Yeah, perfect. This was perfectly done. I'll give him props for that. I mean, even though the entire match itself was not very compelling, it's very good. It's very well done. And wow, CJ saying that Mandy Rose does a better jumping knee than Omega. Well, also it helps that long hair from Dana Brooke helps sell the knee. Does Mandy doesn't really do a whip back of the hair when she connects with the knee either. That's the one thing about having long hair, whether you're male or female, is using that hair to your advantage and jerking your neck any way that you can to show emphasis and force in your strikes. This is wrestling. Clap, 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 says Jamel. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. And also during this match, we would get the little email twinkling lights thingy interrupt us. So, yeah, that's where we go. Firefly Funhouse, Bray Wyatt doing a monologue. He's hanging up a picture of John Cena on his wall. Ramblin' Rabbit says because Cena destroyed him 6 years ago at WrestleMania, that's why he's focused on John Cena. That leads, I kind of love this. Okay. Bray Wyatt. God, that his eyes, the smile, the awkward yowie wowie when he's reminded of his match at WrestleMania with Cena. It's fantastic. This is a fantastic meme from Bray Wyatt. Just that, looking around, yowie wowie. Oh, man. Fantastic stuff. But we get the nice little monologue from him. Kayla is backstage with Karen Bourbon. Hey, Kayla! Kayla is backstage interviewing Karen Bourbon, and he's about to say words, but then Elias strums his guitar. Corbin is angry that he strummed a guitar. And so there you go. We're probably going to have that soon. Corbin and Elias. I hope it's not at WrestleMania. For the love of God, I hope it's not at WrestleMania. Otis and Tucker are backstage, getting ready for their match, standing around backstage, flexing or doing something, I don't know. And then Otis walks towards Mandy Rose, who had been standing off camera for at least 45 seconds. And Otis has a look on his face like he's just realized she's there. I hate that. I really hate that, you know. But Otis walks up. He apologizes for the Valentine's Day. He said he got her text about being late. Mandy says it's too late. A woman doesn't appreciate being stood up like that. So there you go, Otis. Get over it. Get over it. You boofed. You goofed. You did anything else that would be oofed. You screwed up. Oh, well. But everyone still loves Otis. And as they should. All right. Your main course for your Teddy Long special. Here comes your 12-ounce overcooked sirloin. Your baked potato that's only been baking for 3 minutes. And your broccoli spears that were only doused in warm water and not steamed. So they are incredibly crunchy. This is a horrible special that you got. This is a horrible entree because we have a tag team gauntlet match that is going to last the rest of this show. Tag team gauntlet match to determine who's going to be the last team to appear in the Elimination Chamber. I hate gauntlet matches. I hate gauntlet matches. Hate them, hate them, hate them. They are the most illogical match ever conceived. Ever conceived. I don't get it. I would maybe believe the gauntlet match a little more if all of the participants were at ringside and then they all had like a number drawn and then a number randomly appears on a Titantron or something like that and then they get in the ring. You know, I hate it that in a gauntlet match, everyone's just backstage and then it's one by one. One goes down, the next one comes in. I hate gauntlet matches. Gil's saying they seem to have one every few weeks. They do. They've had one almost every month, it seems. It's stupid. But the reason we had this match was to showcase Heavy Machinery, and that's what they did. CJ brought it up there in the chat room. We're starting it off with the New Day versus Heavy Machinery in there. Kofi wants to go, whee! Tucker says nope. You know, so many times we all want to go, whee! But we're always met by nope. This happens to me a lot, you know. Whee! And then someone goes, nope. This usually happens to me when I'm approaching my girlfriend in the bedroom. I go, whee! Let's go! And she goes, nope. Hey, honey. Hey, you ready for the sex? Whee! No, honey. No. That's enough of that. All right. So, Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery? Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery. Heavy Machinery. Otis and Tucker would defeat New Day after they nail Big E with the compactor. Jamel says she probably doesn't like you calling it the sex. Well, no, I'm not. I know I should call it something else, you know. Hey, honey, you ready to get power bombed? No, you don't get. No, I don't power bomb. No, nah, I don't power bomb. No, she'll attest to that. Pile driven? No, not really. No, I think it's more of a belly to belly suplex. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, it's more that. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. All right. So, Heavy Machinery beats New Day. Coming out next is Lucha House Party? Grand Metalik and Lince Dorado? The Lucha, wee! The House Party? Lucha House Party? Wee! Lince Dorado and Grand Metalik, wee! Off the milk carton. We haven't seen them since they were in some kind of elimination match, a four-way tag elimination match to determine the number one, the number one contenders for the tag team titles that are on SmackDown, that was about a month and a half, 2 months ago, something like that, but finally, Grand Metalik, Lince Dorado, off the milk carton. All right, that's enough of that. Since before Super Showdown, says CJ. Yes, that is correct. Yes. That was when The Miz and John Morrison won that match. We've got to refill the sources. Going to refill the sources there. Oh, that's good stuff. Grape sour is good stuff. Concord grape sour is good stuff. Kalisto abandoned on the milk carton? No. Kalisto actually has a separated shoulder. That's why he has not been on television. And he should be reappearing sometime soon. All right. No, we're not going to play that because it pops up somewhere else. Damn it, Roy. Jamel, you got to update us on guys coming off the milk carton when I don't review Raw or SmackDown. Oh, no, you're right. I do need to let you guys know of the show I don't review if someone is off the milk carton. I'm not sure if anyone on Raw was taken off the milk carton this week. I'm not sure. I am not sure. Actually, I can quickly scroll through. Because I don't want to talk about this goddamn gauntlet match. Let me see. I'm just kind of looking through my database right now. Quickly. Yes, actually, we did have people come off there. I will update you on that here in a little bit once we get through this stupid gauntlet match, where we see Otis taking the handspring stunner, and he would be wobbly for a good 25, 30 seconds before he would tag in Tucker. It was a fabulous wobble sell. Fabulous wobble sell by Otis. This was the Otis and Tucker show, was what this was. Lucha House Party would be eliminated. Heavy Machinery now versus the Usos, which would not last long. I'm just going to give you the quick rundown of how this happened. Jimmy Uso with an armbar, but a right hand by Tucker. Jey Uso gets tagged in. They double team Tucker. Jimmy knocks Otis off the ring apron as Tucker knocks Jimmy off the ring apron. Super kick from Jey Uso onto Tucker. He goes for the cover. Tucker kicks out, but then Tucker reverses it into a cover and gets the pin. Uso's not even in there for 2 minutes. Eliminated. Out comes The Miz and Morrison. They quickly send Otis into the barricade to take us into commercial. Jamel saying the Usos are still being punished. Yes, they are. I do not see the Usos appearing at WrestleMania. I really, really don't. I don't see the Usos showing up at WrestleMania. And if they do, it's going to be on the pre-show. They deserve it. They deserve it. Okay. Miz and Morrison against Heavy Machinery. Almost the same concept as what happened against the Usos, except it lasted longer. Miz and Morrison were eliminated as Tucker won with an inside cradle on John Morrison. Finally, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode come out to be the final match for Heavy Machinery to steamroll through. Otis is getting jacked up, I guess. Otis needs to incorporate jumping jacks into his pump-up scheme more often. You could thrust his pelvis all he wants, but jumping jacks, I highly endorse. Jumping jacks, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with doing jumping jacks in a match at any time. Any point in a match, if you want to do jumping jacks, yes, by all means, please do. Yes. That lets us know that you are ready to go. Otis pump-ups and Otis hot tags are a thing of beauty. Right now, I think the top 3 hot tags in the WWE right now are Otis, Big E, and I miss his hot tags, Titus O'Neil. Titus O'Neil's hot tags were fantastic. But I think right now, Big E, Otis, maybe Braun Strowman hot tags. Braun Strowman hot tags are very good too. And oddly enough, those 3 that I mentioned, there aren't really any good hot tags coming out of Monday Night Raw. Sheamus had a very good hot tag. Yeah, CJ. Sheamus had a fantastic hot tag. Cena, always a great hot tag. Roman Reigns was a very tepid hot tag. Yeah. But Otis hot tags are right now the best. Rock hot tags, oh, that's no question. Rock hot tags were fantastic. But here we go with the finish. Caterpillar incoming. We think, yoink, super kick in the mush. Dolph pins him, and there you go. Your winners. And coming out last, the final entrance into the SmackDown Tag Team Elimination Chamber match to determine the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. It is Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode. There you go. So, yeah, they won the thing. It was all about Otis and Tucker during the gauntlet match that I absolutely hate. I hate gauntlet matches. Absolutely hate them. What did everyone think of the show? 56% gave SmackDown a thumbs up. That's kind of par for the course, but typical. Because SmackDown always gets a positive rating, and that is because, as is with NXT, nobody watches SmackDown. So there you go. That's all I've got to say about that. Yeah. Pretty much can gather what's going to happen here with this Elimination Chamber, and I think I'm actually going to change my picks. Since we now know the entire card, we're going to actually predict the entire show adequately. So, all right. But before we get to that, we got some news to talk about. Little bit of a health scare that happened Friday night going into Saturday. As reported yesterday, after an Impact Wrestling event, Scott Steiner was rushed to the hospital. According to multiple sources, the 57-year-old Steiner was rushed to the hospital after collapsing backstage at an Impact Wrestling event in Atlanta. According to Pro Wrestling Sheet, after collapsing, Steiner was worked on by paramedics at the scene before being transported to the ER. Impact Wrestling Executive Vice President Scott D'Amore, Tommy Dreamer, and Joey Ryan went with him to the hospital. D'Amore and Dreamer both tweeted that Steiner is doing okay. D'Amore here tweeting out at 1 in the morning chiming yesterday, for all concerned parties, Scott Steiner is okay. His family is grateful for everybody's concern and support. Tommy Dreamer, he says he's at the hospital right now. He's doing well, under great care. Say a prayer. There you go. Later on during the day yesterday, according to PW Insider, Scott Steiner would be undergoing a heart procedure later on yesterday, late Saturday, after collapsing at the event. So he's having a heart procedure. Tommy Dreamer then later on in the evening of Saturday said that he's in perfectly good health. Think we got a tweet here. Yep, Scott Steiner is expected to make a full recovery. Thank you all for your concerns and prayers. 99% life plus 1% death is genetic freak. Steiner math continues. So he underwent a heart procedure of some kind. Potential heart failure, a heart attack, something like that. We almost lost Scott Steiner yesterday. We almost did. How? How could he have heart problems? You may ask yourself sarcastically and rhetorically. Maybe we learned something here. But we'll see. We'll see what we learned. I hate to be a Debbie Downer here. Yes, it's great that he had his procedure. He's A-okay and everything. I'm just kind of shocked that we almost did lose him, and I'm surprised that we haven't. I'm really surprised. But, yep, glad that he's in good spirits. But someone who unfortunately did pass away late last week is Rip Oliver, Pacific Northwest wrestling legend. Born Lawrence Richard Oliver, passed away at the age of 67. The Cauliflower Alley Club was the first to report the news. He passed away at 4 o'clock Friday. His condition worsened after he was sent into hospice care in February due to heart failure. He was a major star in the Pacific Northwest territories. He started wrestling in 75. 12-time heavyweight champion in NWA Pacific Northwest. 16-time tag champion. During his tenure, he would have programs against Roddy Piper, Rocky Johnson, the Hennigs, Stan Stasiak, and Buddy Rogers. In 87, he signed with the WWE. While there, he was used mostly for enhancement talent, which means he would job against people like the Ultimate Warrior. And he would also mask himself as the Super Ninja during the 1980s Saturday Night's Main Event shows that the WWF would do. Yeah. So just a good overall working talent is what he was. You won't really, there's nothing really stand out, but just to know that he was a great worker, period, is the best way to put it. Also undergoing emergency surgery last week was Paige, which caused her boyfriend to cancel his band's concert. Paige did not appear during last week's episode of WWE Backstage. Fan also took to Twitter noting how upset they were that Ronnie Radke's comments regarding the cancellation of the show. It was then defended by Paige. So here's Paige having surgery of some kind. People getting angry that whatever. But the deal here is She had to undergo emergency surgery involving an ovarian cyst. So, yes, family, cancel everything you do and tend to your loved ones. Those that are angry that they couldn't see her boyfriend's band play, go F yourselves. Seriously. Paige would provide an update undergoing emergency surgery. There she is. I think. No, that's not her. No, that's just a little thing. She's fine. Underwent the emergency surgery. That's her post-surgery update from the 5th. So, yay! Paige is all good. No cancer. No problem. Yeah, no problem. But speaking of sicknesses and viruses, the WWE issued a statement on the possibility of the coronavirus affecting WrestleMania weekend events that are 5 weeks from now. According to a statement, according to the company, the health and safety of their fans, performers, and employees are all top priorities. WWE is monitoring the situation with partners and government officials in Tampa Bay. As stated, there are currently no plans to cancel or postpone any upcoming events. Don't worry, Titus O'Neil is on it. Okay? Titus O'Neil has got this thing wrapped up, okay? Titus O'Neil in the city of Tampa has educated all the children, provided affordable housing, has provided numerous amounts of clothing and food. Everyone in the city of Tampa Bay, Florida, by the hands of Titus O'Neil, is doing great. Okay? And it would not shock me also that they are all in perfectly good health. Okay, there are no allergies to be had in Tampa. No one has the cold or the flu. No one has anything. Titus O'Neil has got the coronavirus in check. That's my prediction. I'm not going to talk about virus and stuff like that because this sets people off. It makes people, I can kind of even see it in the chat room right now that everyone is going, having their opinions about the thing. I don't have anything. This is a wrestling show. Okay. I got no thoughts. I could give thoughts, but then I don't want to. All I know is I'm fine. I've got sources. Just don't be stupid. I'm just going to put it that way. I don't know. I don't care. Really, I don't care. But here's something you should care about, though. The class action lawsuit filed against the WWE for misleading claims leading to the stock price drop. So you'll remember, I think it was about last month, or a little over a month ago. After the fourth quarter releases of last year's financials of the WWE led to a drop in stock prices. The same thing happened with their third quarter financials. Stock prices dropped, nothing people to buy. A private civic lawsuit was filed by Rubens, Geller, Gudman, and Dowd against the WWE for falsifying the records. This is a private firm that's doing this. This is not, they're investigating fraud is what they're doing. They're investigating SEC fraud. The problem is this is a private firm doing it. This is not the Fed. This is not the state of Connecticut. The complaint filed on behalf of an institutional investor seeking to represent the purchasers of WWE Class A common stock from February 19 to February of this year contends that the WWE has made misleading and false statements to investors and failed to disclose adverse information regarding WWE's business and operations. Essentially, these are people who bought high stock prices. Remember last year, round about the time that the announcement of the Fox TV deal, in the billions, stock prices went up. Suddenly, stock prices go back down. And the investors are angry because they haven't made a return. They are basically filing the suit because they made bad decisions. Among the claims the firm is making is the failure to disclose that the WWE was experiencing tension with the Saudi government and a breakdown in negotiations in a broadcast distribution deal. The Saudi government had not made tens of millions of dollars worth of payments owed to the WWE, and that the OSN, a Saudi-controlled broadcast provider, had dropped WWE programming in 2019 despite a contractual obligation to continue showing the programming. The lawsuit also presents claims that the escalating tension led to the feed of WWE Crown Jewel in October 2019 being cut. It also claims that several WWE performers were held in a, quote, hostage-like situation following the event. WWE released a statement to combat those rumors on November the 1st of last year that a mechanical problem with their airplane had led to the delay. This is part of their lawsuit. This is part of the investors' lawsuit, that they did not, the WWE did not tell us what was really happening with why the performers were left stranded overseas. Shortly after the Saudi Arabian travel woes, the WWE announced a partnership expansion with the Saudi General Entertainment Authority through 2027. Claims are also made that the departures of George Barrios and Michelle Wilson, the former co-presidents, two of their strongest long-serving executives, and the disappointing fourth quarter. Blah, 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 blah. Again, horrible people making horrible decisions, and instead of blaming themselves, blaming the WWE for their poor decision-making and their loss of money. Are these fans filing this, asks Jamel. Who knows? Who knows who's filing this? But it ain't going to fly. It ain't going to fly at all. These kinds of lawsuits by private firms on behalf of investors that have lost a lot of money is all too common. Do you think the WWE is the only company that's been a victim of this kind of stuff? Not at all. Not at all. WWE has confirmed that Matt Hardy's contract has expired. They wished him well. Let me see. Yep, here's the full release. Matt Hardy's from the WWE. Matt Hardy's contract with the WWE has expired. They go over everything that he's done. So it is now official. Matt Hardy contract ran out. He is welcome to go wherever he wants. AEW. He's going to AEW. Oh, he's going to go to NWA Power. No, he's going to go to Impact. You know what? Right now, Matt Hardy is not going to do a damn thing. Matt Hardy is going to come home to my home state and spend time with his family and his newborn child, his 3 beautiful children, and he's going to enjoy life. Remember that his neck is fused into his spine now. It's a wonder that he was even able to ride out the contract and perform the few dates that he had left. Nah. He's gonna spend time at home. Period. I'm not gonna lock it. I've learned my lesson from locking anything that happens on television. So that's what I want for Hardy. I want Matt Hardy to just enjoy life. Okay? Just stop. The Bella Twins, who were supposed to appear at WWE Access, you know, the little weekend convention thingy that they have before WrestleMania happens, where you can have signings by the performers and see all the paraphernalia and memorabilia and stuff like that. Well, the Bella Twins canceled their appearance. Their autograph signing has been canceled. No reason was given for this cancellation. The signing will be rescheduled and feature another WWE superstar. I'm sure there are plenty of replacements for the Bella Twins. No other details were released, but all you would get was from the Bella Twins' Twitter account replying to WWE WrestleMania's account saying that they weren't going to be appearing at the Access show. Nikki and Brie responding with, "Sorry about this, Bella Army. We love you." I think it has something to do with babies in their bellies. That might be... That's just an assumption. I don't quote me on it. I'm not a doctor. But that's just my assumption. That they have tiny humans inside them that they can't appear. That's just me. Could be. If you're angry about that, you're a horrible person. Oh, yeah, by the way, speaking of previously about Saudi Arabia and the WWE, South Dakota and the WWE, they're going to be appearing in late October or early November of this year. Do you care? No. JBL is the latest inductee into the WWE Hall of Fame. It was officially confirmed sometime. But the WWE made this announcement last week. So there you go, JBL. Going into the Hall of Fame, absolutely. Even though, let's just be brutally honest here about JBL, the performer, and everything. Starting off in the WWE, JBL or Bradshaw would have no being if Stan Hansen did not exist. John Bradshaw Layfield wished he was Stan Hansen, and he tried his hardest in his early WWE career in the early 90s to be Stan Hansen. He incorporated everything about Stan Hansen into his attire. The same color tights, the same mannerisms of everything. He did everything to be Stan Hansen. Then he would have a team, and they would be the Blackjacks. Bring back the Blackjacks. But then Bradshaw would just be named Bradshaw. And then Farouk, Ron Simmons couldn't carry on the militant black thing that was Farouk. And so the two of them teamed up and became the Acolytes during the Undertaker's, the whole faction shit that was going on during the Attitude Era. Then they became the Acolytes Protection Agency. And then after Ron Simmons retired, Bradshaw is left in the middle of nowhere and undergoes a gimmick change, and here's what we got, and that's where he was the best, was when he tried being something original. Yes. Tiny Noodle in the chat room goes, wee! My thoughts on this gentleman as a performer, I think he's a great performer. Don't get me wrong. But I don't think he became a great performer until he finally came up with something on his own. Until he actually had some imagination and creativity. Okay? I think the first 7 years of his career, you can just forget. Okay? Started in 95, retired in 09. The first half of his career, don't even pay attention to. Okay? Don't even pay attention to it. It wasn't until he teamed up with Ron Simmons to be just the regular Acolytes, and he never really said anything. Then he became something. And that was a large chunk of his career. That was a large chunk of his career that he was floundering as a copycat. Yeah. It's time for some good news. Former Divas champ Jillian Hall welcomed her second child last week on the 3rd. Yep. Jillian and Zach Farrow, Farrow, announced on Instagram that Violet Elise Farrow was born on 4:57 in the afternoon on Tuesday, March the 3rd. Congratulations, Jillian. God, I miss her singing voice. Oh, she sang so well. God, I loved it. Taking advantage of the Britney Spears ridiculousness that was going on then. Wearing the McDonald's headset Oh, God, that was great. I loved that gimmick. Oh, well. Kudos to her. And by the way, when we talk good news on here, you know we cannot talk about good news unless we talk about the purveyor of good news. Titus O'Neil is going to be honored at the Synopsis Sports Media Awards. They're going to be honoring Titus O'Neil and Fox Sports' Mark Silverman for their transformative work in the sports industry at the 9th Annual Synopsis Sports Media Awards. Transformative work in the sports industry. Titus O'Neil. Transformative work in the sports industry. Titus O'Neil. Transformative work in the sports industry. Titus O'Neil. Transformative work in society should be the award. Not the sports industry. Society. Transformative work in society. This man. Love this man. He can do no wrong. I don't care if he ever wrestles again. Don't care. It does not matter. At all, at all, at all. Who all is hurt? Well, you guys aren't hurt. You're still in the chat room. Who all is hurt? Nia Jax, reparative surgery on both ACLs and both knees. She should have been back by now. She's going to be reappearing soon. God, I hope so. Jinder Mahal, ruptured patella. He'll be back around WrestleMania times. Prepare yourself, him and Drew McIntyre. Jeff Hardy, when he is not driving drunk down the highways of my home state of North Carolina or passed out drunk in a stairwell in Myrtle Beach, he is supposed to be recuperating from knee surgery. He's going to be appearing again soon. He appeared on WWE Backstage last week, so he should be appearing sometime soon, potentially going against Randy Orton and then to be put under. Lars Sullivan, major reconstructive surgery of his ACL and MCL, I believe in his right knee. He's not going to be available until WrestleMania times. Xavier Woods and Ember Moon, both with torn Achilles. They are rehabilitating right now. They won't be good to go until SummerSlam. Kalisto, I mentioned before, dislocated shoulder, should be good to go after Elimination Chamber joining his Lucha House Party brethren. Boa, torn rotator cuff and labrum. He will not be back until SummerSlam times for NXT TakeOver. You wouldn't know who the hell he is. Io Shirai with a knee sprain of some kind. No timetable of when she's going to be back. It's safe to say probably not until after WrestleMania. Finally, I may have to take him off this list. Fandango, dislocated elbow. Supposed to be back in time for the NXT TakeOver Portland last month. He's been too busy doing stuff for the Season 3 of Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Merry Christmas in the summer. God, I can't wait. Southpaw Season 3. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. If you can't find the fun in Southpaw Regional Wrestling, I don't know what is wrong with you. So, those are the people that are hurt. What about the people who aren't hurt? What about the people who are perfectly healthy? What about the people who haven't been on TV for, say, 3 weeks? They end up on a very special list. A special list that so many people got off of this week, but so many more people came on. And I'll inform you guys on the other people that are not on it anymore, but of course everyone pays attention to it. The WWE sure as hell does. It's the WWE milk carton.
Oh, I don't taste like guacamole or salsa or anything like that anymore. Perfectly American white milk. Goodbye, Lucha House Party. Not racist.
Sorry. I know, yeah. Doug, you're a horrible person. Well, it's professional wrestling. Come on. Our integrity has already gone out the window. First off, people that are not on the milk carton that appeared on Monday Night Raw last week. Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins. Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins. I'm going to look through this again here just to make sure. Sorry. No Way Jose. Let me see. Riddick Moss. Well, he was about to get on the milk carton. I'm sorry. R-Truth. He was about to get on the milk carton. But the big one was Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins because they came to the aid of Beth Phoenix in the ring at the end of the show after she ate the RKO from Randy Orton. So, those are the guys that are off the milk carton. There you go. All right, now on to the people that are on the milk carton, starting with Candice LeRae. We have not seen her since the February 12th episode of NXT, where she faced off against Dakota Kai to further the program between Dakota Kai and Tegan Nox. Kushida. Have not seen him since that same episode of NXT where he faced off against Adam Cole to further programs of Undisputed Era, going around backstage beating up people that didn't know where Tomato Chomper was. Kushida Adam Cole was the revenge match that led from that attack. We haven't seen him since. Akira Tozawa. Haven't seen him since the February 10th episode of Monday Night Raw, where he took a powder to Aleister Black for the second time this year. Cedric Alexander. Haven't seen him since that same episode of Monday Night Raw, where he was in a match against Angel Garza to further Angel Garza as a thing, because Angel Garza was replacing Andrade's role on Monday Night Raw after Andrade was nailed in failing the performance policy, wellness performance thing. The Revival. When they were, in the meantime, since appearing on the February 7th episode of SmackDown, where they helped in the beatdown of Braun Strowman alongside Shinsuke Nakamura and Sami Zayn and Cesaro. These guys have not been seen or doing anything since, except maybe trying to instate their own trademarks and really yank the chain of everyone on the internet, selling a ton. Know when you're being sold to. These are my tag team champions of that motto. Okay? Know when you're being sold to. These guys have it tattooed in their hearts. Okay? What do I know about what's going on? They'll go back to NXT. Go to NXT UK. Okay? Just main roster. I mean, Raw and SmackDown is just not for them. They tried. Casey Catanzaro. Have not seen her since the February 5th episode of NXT, where she faced off against Mercedes Martinez. Mercedes Martinez is not on the WWE milk carton because she is not on the main roster page of WWE.com, but Casey Catanzaro is. So, there you go. Tyler Breeze, haven't seen him since that same episode of NXT where he faced off against the newly crowned Little Critter champion Jordan Devlin to further Jordan Devlin. Jordan Devlin right now is undergoing problems with elbow bursitis. That's why he hasn't been on TV, I don't believe. But Tyler Breeze does not have such. He's perfectly healthy. Eric Young. Haven't seen him since the February 3rd episode of Monday Night Raw, where, like his friend Akira Tozawa, took a powder to Aleister Black. Diana Purazzo. Smith. Deanna Smith. Haven't seen her since the January 29th episode of NXT, where she faced off against Shotzi Blackheart to make Shotzi Blackheart a thing. Shotzi Blackheart has only been on every other episode of NXT or every third episode of NXT since then, but we have not seen Smith at all. She's on the main roster. I think she's in NXT UK doing things. I know she's probably doing some NXT house shows too. Edge. Well, Doug, what's the thing? You know he's not. What is he on? He's on the main roster. Haven't seen him since he ate the RKO on January the 27th. He's going to be showing up on Raw tomorrow. Enough said. Shelton Benjamin. Haven't seen him since the Royal Rumble match where he was had by Bork Laser. I'm sure he's going to do some enhancement stuff leading into WrestleMania for sure. Tamina, same thing. Haven't seen her since the Royal Rumble. She's probably going to do the same thing. Maybe have a match against Becky Lynch or Shayna Baszler. We'll see. Vanessa Bourne. Who? Haven't seen her since the January 15th episode of NXT where she took part in the big number one contenders for the women's title of NXT Battle Royale, and Tainari Conti was there too. Big Show. Haven't seen him since January the 6th where he took part in a fist fight. He's going to show up for the Andrew the Giant Memorial Battle Royal at WrestleMania. No, Hawkins and Ryder are not supposed to be here. Yeah. You know, Mustafa Ali. Haven't seen him since the December 27th episode of SmackDown where he said inspirational shit. We're going to come up to 3 months that we haven't seen him, and I haven't heard word if he's injured or not. He's been posting pictures he's been posting shit on social media or something like that, being an inspirational shit. It's annoying. You know, inspirational memes are annoying as hell. That's what he is, the embodiment of an inspirational meme, okay? I really can't wait for him to come back as a heel doing that inspirational meme shit like Bo Dallas did when he first came out, going, Bo leave. This guy would be way better at it, I think. Jasmine Duke. Haven't seen her since the December 18th episode of NXT, where she was at ringside along with her friend Marina Shafir during the NXT Women's title match between Shayna Baszler and Rhea Ripley. Marina Shafir off the milk carton after last Wednesday. Jasmine Duke is too busy playing video games on the internet. Titus O'Neil, don't care. You know, Titus O'Neil, you do you. Save the world. We haven't seen him since the December 2nd episode of Monday Night Raw. He was chasing after for the 24/7 title. Grab your awards. Destroy the coronavirus. Shane Thorne. Haven't seen him since the November 27th episode of NXT where he faced off against Mansoor, who we were convinced only performed in South Dakota. But apparently, Shane Thorne only appears against people from South Dakota. Oh, boy. The Iconics. Billy Kay and Peyton Royce. Hey, Kayla! We have not seen them since the November 25th episode of Monday Night Raw, where they were selling shit for WWEshop.com. You gotta be joking me! Boy. Yeah, who knows? Who knows when we're going to see these two? Would love for them to make a run-in against Asuka and Kairi Sane and have them go for the tag team titles at WrestleMania. Be at the pre-show. You know, I think it would just be a great feel-good story. You know, to see these two back in there and win the titles again. Every WrestleMania, they should win the tag titles. Every one of them. Bo Dallas. Haven't seen him since November 15th episode of SmackDown, where he, alongside Kurt, what was it? No, he was in the ring alongside Curtis Axel and Drew Gulak, where they were making fun of Braun Strowman for some reason leading up to Survivor Series. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Gil saying Kayla hosts the watch-along. Hopefully the Iconics invade. Oh, the Iconics are known to be fixtures on the watch-along show. Aaliyah. I have not seen her since November 13th episode of NXT, where Xia Li kicked her in the schnoz. The schnoz ended up with a ketchup packet burst all over it because it was a broken nose, and she's had a broken nose for 4 months. Arturo Ruas. We have not seen him since the debut of NXT on the USA Network back on September the 18th. He faced off against Pete Dunne to show that Pete Dunne was a thing. I don't know what kind of thing he is right now. Oh. Goose asking, who are half of these people? Half of these people are on the main roster. They're on the main roster. And I'm telling you when the last time was they were on TV. News. EC3. Haven't seen him since the world's largest battle royale out of Riyadh, South Dakota on the Super Showdown pay-per-view last June. He's too busy firing guns with Drake Maverick and Braun Strowman, who are not on the milk carton. What is he doing? I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's the one that's got all that email glitchy stuff on the SmackDown. I don't know. I know you guys in the chat room keep saying ship him to NWA, ship him back to Impact, ship him. Right now, I don't even know what he's going to do. You know, I would ship him back to NXT. I'd send him to NXT UK and have him play, you know, the stereotypical obnoxious Yankee. That's what I would do. Alongside the Revival. The Revival and him together, I think that'd be great. Primo Cologne. Haven't seen him since March the 26th of last year. We are less than 3 weeks away from it being a calendar year since we've seen Primo Cologne on WWE television. Last we saw him, he was alongside Sanity and a security detail, keeping Shane McMahon and The Miz apart from each other before going into WrestleMania last year. Yeah, it's going to happen, guys. It is so going to happen. We are 3 weeks away. A 5-week build for WrestleMania. There's no way Primo Cologne is going to be part of a security detail here because his cousin, Epico Cologne, has not been seen since Survivor Series of 2018. In 3 weeks, the milk carton will be brought to you by the Colognes. The coronavirus, says Dave. Yes! The Colognes present the WWE milk carton. Oh, man, it's going to be such a treasure. Could Epico go 2 years? I don't know. I think they'd release Epico by then. I think they'd release him by then. The Colognes do own the milk carton. Okay? It used to be No Way Jose. No Way Jose, when he was the stalwart of the milk carton, was great. It was so great. Because we thought that he had abducted everyone in his conga line, and they haven't been seen in X amount of months. So, yeah. The Colognes bringing you the milk carton. Okay, that's the milk carton. All right, we have got an updated Elimination Chamber card to go over. 7 matches. Am I doing 3 or 4 locks, guys? Discuss amongst yourselves in the chat room. 7 matches, 3 or 4 locks. I got to break myself a sheet of paper here so I can write all this down. Because I will forget. I got to be held to my integrity. Jamel saying 3 locks. Saying 3 locks out of 7. I got Daniel saying 4. I got Goose saying 4. Who else? 3 locks or 4 locks? What am I doing here? 3 locks, says CJ. All right, tiebreakers, where are you? While you guys think about that, I'm going to go ahead and bring up I'm going to bring up the graphics real quick. Four locks, says Jamel. 4 from Grash. 4 from Dave. 4, says Mashoon. Okay. That's what we're doing. We're doing 4 locks now. I need to be wasted for this pay-per-view, says Daniel. Well, yeah, I think we all need to be. We all need to be numbed from this. All right. More chances at heavy intoxication? Yeah, that'll do it. All right. CJ, I like how y'all hate Doug's liver. Well, I bring it upon myself, okay? All right. 7 matches. 4 locks. For those of you that don't know what the hell I'm talking about, we make predictions on the WWE pay-per-views. When I am so confident in one of my predictions, I will lock it. And if I do not get that locked prediction correct, we take a shot of the Luna Azul Blanco tequila following the next show. We've been very good this year. A robust record of 21-4. So far this year, only 2 shots of tequila taken in the span of a little over 2 months. It's been a very good year. So, 7 matches, 4 locks, completely tossing the predictions I made out the window last week because I said so. Let's start this off with Daniel Bryan versus Drew Gulak, brought to you by Jumanji. No, this one's simple. Daniel Bryan, right? CJ saying, damn, that's a 78% win record. Hell yeah, dude. All right. 21-4, I'm a number 1 seed in March Madness. You're right, I'm a number 1 seed. I will probably be going against Santa Clara. UC Santa Clara is probably who I'll be facing. Oh, it's 81%. Okay. I only had 3 matches last week, Crash. Yeah, that's right. So, all right. Daniel Bryan versus Gulak. Daniel Bryan's winning, right? Right. What I love is I've been noticing on the Twitter and the social media, especially the Twitter, so many stories about the rumors of Daniel Bryan's status at WrestleMania. Here are the plans that they've got in plans for Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. This is what they're going to do with him. I got it all in there. According to our sources, this is what supposedly is going to happen with Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. Let's go ahead and fantasy book Daniel Bryan right now. What are we doing with Daniel Bryan come WrestleMania times? So many changes are happening right now with the whiteboard, the WrestleMania whiteboard, that I want Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman for the Intercontinental title so badly. I really, really, really want this. But I am fearing that Daniel Bryan's going to be going after a title at WrestleMania. We got 5 weeks to build it. It could happen. Gil saying Daniel Bryan versus Sheamus. A rematch with Kofi for the honors and the respects. I have got a feeling he's going to be injected into a clusterfuck of some kind, or he's going after the Intercontinental title. Is what I'm fearing. I am trying not to think about this match too much. Okay, I really not. Because the whole reason we've been doing this is to have Drew Gulak on TV. Are we putting Drew Gulak over on Daniel Bryan? And if he does, he's going to cheat. It's going to be dirty. Don't be stupid, Doug. Don't just go with your gut instinct here. Oh, boy. Are we pushing Gulak as a heel, Or are we trying to build Daniel Bryan going into WrestleMania? And is this the match that we would do either of those? If we're trying to push Gulak as a heel, we're doing it at the expense of a potential Daniel Bryan build going into WrestleMania. We cannot have that. Daniel Bryan has been on the back burner for way too long. We can build Gulak in other ways. In many other ways. We're trying to push Gulak as a heel manager, says CJ. Yes. Jamel saying Bryan can take a loss without being damaged. We have 5 weeks to build WrestleMania. Okay? Daniel Bryan being built in 5 weeks to go into this show. The Army WrestleMania. Gonna pile drive me concubine. Nafis Sadat says, we have 5 weeks to build WrestleMania, to establish Daniel Bryan on the WrestleMania card, whatever the hell he may be doing. Can he afford being DQ lose or a dirty loss by Drew Gulak? If I got 4 locks, I don't need to use a lock on this. If I get this wrong, I get this wrong because I'm thinking way too much. Okay? I'll take Daniel Bryan. Take Daniel Bryan. I'm having second thoughts. Crash telling me to lock it. No, fuck off! I'm not locking this! How much thought I'm putting into this? I'm not locking this shit! No! I am not locking this. No, I'll take Daniel Bryan. I am not locking that. I am not locking that whatsoever. It wouldn't surprise me if Gulak wins. And I'm talking, when I'm picking winners and losers, we're taking DQs into this, okay? DQ win, it happens. That's why I was almost thinking about Gulak. I am not sure that Daniel's going to win. That's why I didn't lock it. Andrade, defending his United States title for the 251st time in the past 5 months against Humberto Carrillo. CJ, I should have Karen Bourbon versus Braun versus Bryan at WrestleMania, where you can create a branching storyline where Bourbon goes all choose your own adventure. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, CJ. All right, 251st encounter of Andrade defending his U.S. title against Humberto Carrillo. Carrillo. Jones. Grash is asking, what is the purpose of this match? The purpose of this match is to make you care about this title going into WrestleMania. And how are you going to care about this title? When you've got a new champion. When you have a new champion. This title right now at WrestleMania is going to be in a massive clusterfuck. At first, I thought of it as a triple threat between him, Ricochet, and Aleister Black. I now see another 3 people in this. This is going to turn into a ladder match. This is going to be stupid. Nafis says Carrillo doesn't have enough pop as Andrade does heat. That's very true. However, wouldn't it be great if Carrillo won the title and everyone's just beating the crap out of him for the next 5 weeks? I am thinking that this title is going to be a hot potato for 5 weeks. Every week, we're going to have a new United States champion. Every week, a new United States champion. And then finally, to cap it at WrestleMania, it's in a ladder match up there. Whoever gets it, gets it. I am taking Carrillo and locking it. I am sure of it. I am very sure of this. Okay? I am sure we're going to see Hot Potato for 5 weeks. I'm more confident in this than I am Daniel Bryan. Yes. Rip my liver. Nafis going, whoa, fantasy booking. Rip me. No. Come on. Jamel yes, Jamel. It happened 2 years ago with this title. Remember when Luke Harper won it? For no reason whatsoever? Nafis, are we having Wrestleview live after it tonight? Yes, we are. Yes, Tedesco and myself will be doing Wrestleview live after Elimination Chamber. A bold move, says Mashoon. Does anyone agree with me? Come on, I need some encouragement here. I need some encouragement. I mean, it's not far-fetched, right? How many times have they gone against each other? Seriously? And you're telling me that it's going to be the same old, that Andrade is going to win every single match that they have together? No. Oh, I'm on my own, Nafisa? Okay, I'm going to own that. All right. I'm owning this one. All right. I take Carrillo and I'm locking it. Raw Tag Team Title rematch. The Street Profits defending their newly acquired red things against Seth Rollins and Buddy Murphy. All right, so we see this all the time in pro wrestling, regardless of the promotion. They do the title change at the go-home show leading into the pay-per-view only to have it switch back. CJ saying, Street Profits lock this shit. Nafis is asking, why isn't the AOP in this? Oh, they're going to run interference, and then the Viking Raiders will show up too. Leading to a clusterfuck at WrestleMania. Jamel says Street Profits. CJ wants to lock Street Profits. After this match, I've got 4 to go, and I've got 3 locks right now. You switch at the pay-per-view to put it back on the TV show. Yeah, that's right, Grash. Yeah, that's what you do. Clustermania. That's right, Jamel. All right, okay. Street Profits so they can face AOP. Yeah, they would face AOP on a TV show. I see Street Profits retaining. I'll take Profits. Because there's going to be a bunch of shenanigans happening on the outside. But I'm not locking it. I'm more confident in the last 4 matches. I'm way more confident in the last 4 matches. So 4 matches to go, 3 locks. Here we go. Aleister Black versus AJ Styles in a no DQ match. No DQ, Aleister Black versus AJ Styles. When the hell did this happen, CJ? I don't know. It's on the card. No DQ match, Aleister Black, AJ Styles. Taker to interfere, asks Nafis. I see The Undertaker post-match. I see him post-match, well, during the match. I see him during the match. Taker gong, Black wins. Yes, Jamel. That's what I'm thinking of. Man, does that really protect Aleister Black? Wow. That's the thing. With how much we've been trying to build Aleister Black Since WrestleMania of last year, knock on my door, knock on my door. I'm a tough asshole, knock on my door. We're trying to build him up as a tough asshole, and you're going to have The Undertaker do his dirty work. Well, yeah, that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Jamel, notice me, Mom. Hug me. I'm taking Aleister Black. Yeah. What's going to happen? Gallows and Anderson are going to come down. All three beat up Aleister Black. The gong sounds. Undertaker shows up. Gallows and Anderson hightail it out. AJ Styles eats a tombstone. Black wins. Taking Black, and I'm going to lock it. Notice me, Mom, you don't understand my poems. These mean something. These mean something. All right, Aleister Black, and I'm locking it. Elimination Chamber match for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. The Miz and John Morrison defending against the Usos, Lucha House Party, Heavy Machinery, New Day, sans Xavier Woods, and the team of Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler. Now, last week I locked in Miz and Morrison. I am having major second thoughts about that. Major. Remember on the WrestleMania whiteboard, we thought about doing a 6-person mixed tag match with Heavy Machinery and Mandy Rose versus Rude, Ziggler, and DeVille? I am changing that, and I am incorporating, instead, I'm going to do the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. SmackDown Tag Team titles involving that same program. I am taking Robert Roode, Dolph Ziggler, locking it. I'm going with Roode and Ziggles in this one. They're going to be SmackDown Tag Team Champions. The whole drama between Mandy Rose, Dolph Ziggler, and Otis keeps on going. Sonya Deville gets incorporated into it. And so we have, for the SmackDown Tag Team titles, Roode and Ziggler versus Heavy Machinery with all kinds of romantic shenanigans happening at ringside. All kinds of stuff. Lewis asking when's the last time Dolph Ziggler had a lock. I've never locked Dolph Ziggler. I've never locked Ziggler. Ever. Oh. I'm not seeing... Look. Do we get a fun-ass triple threat between Miz Morrison, New Day, and Usos? I don't know. Right now, that program is better than anything involving Miz Morrison, New Day, and the Usos. Okay? The Usos are right now being punished for the stupid shit they did earlier last year. The New Day right now, unfortunately, are being punished for Kofi and Xavier Woods being hurt. Miz and Morrison was just brought in to augment the titles, to make it all mean something, to build everyone else. And we just had Heavy Machinery built for almost an hour last Friday. Right now, the Heavy Machinery, Mandy Rose, Dolph Ziggler storyline is the best program going on SmackDown. Bray Wyatt is doing stuff with people that are part-time. Roman Reigns wasn't even on television last Friday. What are the women doing? I don't know. It is the best storyline. I'm giving it a WrestleMania slot. At the expense of the previous 3 tag teams I mentioned? Yes, absolutely. I got nothing. What am I going to do with them? So, that's what I've got. Rude isn't being punished for his suspension? No. Nor is Andrade. People get suspended, then they get brought back. That's no problem. You should be asking what Samoa Joe's going to be doing. Three-on-one handicap match for the Intercontinental title. Braun Strowman versus Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. Right now, Nakamura, Cesaro, and Zayn are all going to be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. They're going to be in the Battle Royal. Nafis saying Braun lock done. No, I know what my surefire lock is going to be, and it's not this one. I know what my surefire lock is. Okay, I know you're saying Braun and lock, but no, there's a better one. No. Jamel's not a fan of the Intercontinental title design. It's too bland. I don't know what it looks like. I don't know. They just got to have something to put the custom plates on it. Yeah, I'm taking Braun. The idea right now, if at first I'm Karen Borbin, Braun Strowman, Intercontinental title sounds great. It's going to turn into a clusterfuck as well. We're going to be throwing Elias in there. We're going to throw Daniel Bryan in there to make it a regular fatal 4-way. Is what that's going to be. Pretty much. I'm taking Braun, but I'm not locking it because I'm locking the main event. Elimination Chamber match to determine the number 1 contender for Becky Lynch's Raw Women's title. Can I, before we make, first off, Shayna Baszler lock it. It is Natalya, Liv Morgan, Ruby Wyatt, Sarah Logan, Asuka, and Shayna Baszler in this match. Shayna Baszler lock it, period. Never bet against Baszler. Never. I have learned my lessons. Never bet against Baszler. All right. So, Shayna Baszler lock it, done with that. What the hell is Becky Lynch right now? What was she doing? What is she? What is she? Okay? Is she a badass? Is she just an arrogant little badass now? I'm the man, I can come out and do it. Not exactly the Stone Cold Steve Austin everyone thought she was going to be. Jamel, Jamel's absolutely right. Becky is a fucking meme now. I'll lock the tag elimination match, but not Braun, says Grash. Yes, because I'm adventurous. Here's the thing when it comes to when I make predictions and I choose the locks that I want to. In any given week of the National Football League, and you see the games that are going on, anyone and everyone will pick the gimme games. You know the Lions are going to lose. You know the Browns are going to lose. You know the Cardinals are going to lose. And everyone picks those knowing that they're going to lose. That doesn't show any sense of adventure. That doesn't show you're a bent man. It doesn't even show you're a smart man. It shows you're a weak man. I prefer making locks on matches that are adventurous. You know? I like Becky, but coming out to fight Shayna with meme glasses is ridiculous. Yeah. CJ, yes, the Knicks are going to lose. Right? The Knicks are going to lose. The Heat's going to lose. I'm confident in these picks I make. I am the person that would rather put money against two teams that are 500 than against two teams where one is undefeated and one hasn't won a game. Okay? That's how I am. I just mentioned the Heat, CJ, because I don't know a damn thing about the NBA. I really don't. I don't pay attention to the NWA. NWA? Prrr, and NBA. God damn it, Doug. Shayna Baszler locking it. Going into her match with Becky Lynch at WrestleMania. Oh, for the love of God, please let Baszler win. And have Nia Jax come out and run in. Oh! At some point between now and WrestleMania, I need a Nia Jax run-in. I need a Nia Jax run-in. I got to have her coming out to exact revenge on the meme. That's what we're calling her now. She's not the man. No, Becky Lynch is not the man. She's the meme. The meme. That's what she is. Right? Do you think the Riot Squad's going to kiss and make up? With their newly found bravado individually? I don't think that'd be a bad idea. The Photoshop on Asuka, though? Yeah, that's an ambitious Photoshop on Asuka. That's a very old picture, too. Hayden Barker in the chat room goes, wee! All right, so we got our picks. I am not questioning them. I am a smart person. I'm a very good person. I am smart. I'm intelligent. I am smart. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right, so here we go. Here are my picks for Elimination Chamber coming up later on tonight. I have got Daniel Bryan facing Drew Gulak, and we're taking Daniel Bryan on that one. I've got Humberto Carrillo becoming your new United States champion over Andrade, and I'm locking it. I have the Street Profits retaining their Raw Tag Team Championships against Murph and Seth Rollins. I have got Aleister Black defeating AJ Styles in a no disqualification match, and I'm locking that Undertaker pending. I have, in the SmackDown Tag Team Title Elimination Chamber match, I have Rude and Ziggler becoming your new SmackDown Tag Team Champions, and I'm locking it. Braun Strowman will retain his Intercontinental Championship against Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. And finally, Shayna Baszler will become the number one contender for the Raw Women's Championship in their Elimination Chamber match, and I am locking that. Yes, Nafis, the pictures you're thinking of Triple H, yes, where he had a massive giraffe neck photoshopped in those. Oh, yeah. That was last year. Okay. That is everything going into Elimination Chamber later tonight. I am putting it to you, everyone in the chat room. Should we do a watch-along? Does anyone want to watch Elimination Chamber with me on the YouTubes? Well, actually, no. I think about that. No, we can't. Actually, I'm sorry. No, we can't. Martin Marbles, North Carolina's in the house. Yeah, we are. Hi, how you doing? No, I'm sorry. I just realized it. If I'm going to do a watch-along, it's going to be on Twitch. It's not going to be on here, which stinks. We can't do it on here because Mike Tedesco, the effervescent editor-in-chief of Wrestleview.com, and myself are going to be doing the post-show here. So we can't. It sucks. So no, I can't do that. I can only do watch-alongs on shows that we are not going to do immediate responses to. Martin, you're in Burlington. Oh, Cameron Grimes territory. I'm sorry. All right. I may go on Twitch. I don't know. Yeah, Lewis, you're right. Yeah, let's just wait for the post show. Guys, I think 3.5 hours of me is enough. Okay, you don't need 7. I am not WrestleMania, for crying out loud. Okay, can't do that. So, all right. Thank you all so much for showing up. Elimination Chamber is later tonight, and later tonight after that, right here, right now, we're doing the post show where Mike and myself, we will recap the Elimination Chamber, be angry about all the things. Nafis saying we need more dog, fuck. Whee! Guys, thank you all so much for stopping by. That's it. Thank you all so much for stopping by. I've got to get some water. I need to get some lunch. Day drinking is awesome. Catch you guys here later tonight. And as always, know when you're being sold to.